Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Whiskey with Ivy. I saw this picture in the newspapers yesterday and I told myself, I swear I'll never eat another sweet little pig. Punishment versus rehabilitation. I'm glad we're going back to rehabilitation. In fact, I used to help the drug addicts in Jalan Awan make beautiful vases like this. Then somebody decided that we should put all the drug addicts into jail instead of in drug rehab centers. So I'm glad now we're going to try and rehab these people again. Drug addicts are no different from you or me. All they need to do is to be loved, respected, have a good job, earn enough money to support their family. Make him be able to develop a skill or learn something that he can put into practice and earn a living. Better still, the rehab centers should be big enough so that on weekends, the family can come together and help these guys do their work or maybe have a market to sell their produce. And that way, they bond as a family. With all these ways of looking at rehabilitation, I think we will have better chance of getting them integrated into normal society. I only hope that this time, the minister in charge of this program will stay long enough to understand what is the real issue until we find the right rehabilitation model. Plans afoot to help make walking more convenient. Jolly good idea, Dr. Janil Putucherry. But you know, Dr. Janil Putucherry, you are a doctor, so perhaps I should give you a little bit of advice. Instead of just looking at walking, we should look at a total system of moving people. Don't just look at pedestrians and then you realize that you need to fit in the bicyclists, then you need to fit in the PMDs, you've got to fit in the motorcycles. Have a total transportation plan, and then you will see great results. Put hawkers first in our hawker culture debate. Chua Mui Hong writes well. Usually she speaks from her master's voice, but sometimes her articles are very good, and this is a very, very good article. We should find out what is the hawkers' problem. We should try to understand how to make them successful. You know, we can have all this UNESCO talk and so forth and trying to make hawker centers on the UNESCO list, but at the end of the whole exercise, look at who are the chefs in our country. Mostly white men or Japanese men. But the hawkers that we want to promote should be the ones that are selling food that we are used to, like our rojak, like our bak kut teh, like our char kway teow. That's the kind of hawker culture we want to keep. And we want to encourage young Singaporeans to become chefs in that kind of food so that that becomes a legacy of Singapore. By the end of the whole story, this young person must make this a career. And why would you make this your career if you cannot make money and support your family with it? So what is the biggest problem which Chua Mui Hong stated? The rental. And you know who our biggest landlord is? Our government, because they own 75% of the land. So HDB, JTC, NEA, please read Chua Mui Hong's article, and then we will definitely have a good hawker culture. Police verified certs submitted by this wicked white guy against originals. Can you imagine how stupid the Polytechnic people are? The original is fake, so why look at the original? Contact the university that was supposed to have given him the certificate. Postman arrested over alleged dumping of mail in bin. But, you know, people all just curse and swear at the postman, but they should really look at the postman's problem. You know, the postman should only deliver letters to letter boxes. All parcels that are bought online should be delivered by DHL or whatever, so that they do not take advantage of our cheap postal service. Please have a heart for our postman. Why does our Prime Minister keep harping on Chinese Singaporeans? We are Singaporeans, not Chinese, not Indian, not Malays, just Singaporeans. And the other one, fireworks, so third world, so pollutive, stop wasting money on fireworks and stop polluting our air. Orchard shops, landlord's key to rejuvenation. You know, when you look at this picture with all the trees, it looks very beautiful, but it is too hot. It's too humid. What we need are solar-powered domes to cut out the humidity. That's the only way Orchard Road will be full of people. Big revamp to turn Orchard Road into a more lively street. I have an idea. London has its Buckingham Palace. We have the Istana. Put all the unwanted animals, cats, dogs, wild boars, the whole lot in there. Put all the single mothers, all the tortured maids, everybody in there. They all live there. We have sheltered workshops for them. They bake cookies. They do all kinds of things. And every weekend, we have a big farmer's market. And we don't have a queen with a crown, but we have our president with a lovely headscarf, and she can come out and everybody will go to Orchard Road. It will become a massive tourist attraction. I am so sure of it. Singapore climbs to third place in global rankings of least corrupt countries. We are number 3, you know. Well done, man. Expect heavy traffic at land checkpoints. You know, people are taking the bus, but they're so fed up that they got off and they walked across the kilometer-long causeway. So, those authorities who are in charge of transportation and movement of people, take note from that and build a travelator. There won't be a traffic jam. There will just be a people jam. As we enter into the year of the Earth Pig, let's make a vow not to be pigs, but to save the earth. Let's not be pigs and wallow in the mud, eat swill, and get butchered and made into char siu and suyok. Let's be good, caring, and kind human beings. Kong hei fat choi, that's in Cantonese. Kong hei huat chai, that's Hokkien. Bollywood Veggies is closed for 2 weeks from now till 20th of February, so I am going hunting. For what? Not pigs, but it starts with P as well. Thank you for watching this happy episode of Coffee and Whiskey with Ivy. May I wish you all a safe and blessed year of the pig. And to those of you who celebrate the Lunar New Year, don't be lunatics. Remember to subscribe. Thank you.